Hey, all right here. Got me unmuted. Okay, yeah, this is today is one of those days where it's really beneficial to be an old white trash hillbilly loser. That way nobody has to take me serious because I'm going to mean what I say. But if there's like a young man listening and he's thinking about joining the military, he can kind of like, just, oh, he's old and nuts and not take me serious because I don't want to disrupt anybody's way of thinking when they're that young and getting ready to make major decisions in their life. But what I'm saying is very true. Um, there's no escaping the reality of it, and I'm gonna make my case for a as you've seen the thumbnail. Black patriots are white supremacists. Stop being ashamed of it. I wish I would have brought in my book that I ordered, and it came in of Talib uh, Starks. I think is his name, Talib Starks. Blacks need to separate from black trash. Only his title was a little rougher because this is what's going on here with blacks joining the military. They're separating from black trash. They're joining to, they say, protect America and to fight for their country, which they are doing in every sense of the word. Now, as everybody knows, I think of the military as nothing more than one large mercenary mechanism for corporate global machine. But we have to have it. You got to have mercenaries. There's no freedom fighters. They're just protecting reserves, protecting geography, protecting geopolitical things, or destroying it like they want to do in Ukraine and mess with Yemen and the Gaza Strip. So they do. The corporate machine does what they want, but in the end, mercenaries are needed. I'm not faulting anybody for joining the military just because I call you a mercenary. I'm just saying, I just think as a grown person, you should be more aware of what you're getting yourself into, as opposed to rah rah sis boom bah freedom fighting. There's nobody threatening anybody's freedom here. Um, so when you join the military as a black person, what you have done in essence And that's even like saying it lightly, which you've done in the most profound manner known to God or man. You are protecting the white European way of life in the USA, which is the most magnificent white European experiment slash human experiment ever in the history of mankind, the USA. And it's white. White Europeans made it. We built it. We started in the beginning with our black brothers and slaves, and yes, we used them and they helped a lot. But this is a white culture. This is a white country. As a black man, if you join the military, you are protecting this white culture to the extent, because follow me here right quick. As a black man joining the military, you might get killed in service in the line of duty. You might lose your life, lose a limb, lose two limbs. And you're doing that to protect the USA. What is the USA? It is a country of vast white supremacy on this planet. That's what it is. Blacks need to stop being ashamed. I don't expect blacks that join the military to go around saying, "Yay, white supremacy." I don't expect blacks that join the military to say, "I'm joining because I'm a patriot and I want to protect a white way of life," which could be a very real statement in the subconscious. I don't expect blacks to go around saying that. I expect blacks to go around saying, "I'm protecting the American way," and leave it at that. In other words, I get what you can't say openly, or you might not even be thinking. But that's what I'm going to do here today. We're going to advance a little notion that people need to consider the reality of. That is, if you're fighting for the USA, you're fighting for a white way of living on this planet. It ain't Asians' way. It ain't no damn Chinaman's way. It ain't no Arab's way. Goddamn white European way of life. And that is what, in essence, you're doing. You think, well, hold on a minute. The black man says, "I think I'm fighting for an American way." And I'm going, really? Do you want to go live around black people in the inner cities? Because I can tell you all over the country where you can go live around white trash hillbillies and do it safely and comfortably without your home losing its property values. If you want to fix your home up, you want to buy a home, you can live in a white trash hillbilly neighborhood. If there's all whites, and I'm talking white trash, all whites, not mixed. I'm saying where there's all whites. Wherever I've lived in my life, where there were all whites, there was no street crime, very little of it. And anybody could live there, and the home value would stabilize, unless it was next to a problem area. But I'm saying where the whites were entrenched, where white hillbillies, white trash, even at the bottom were entrenched. We're not even talking about people that own $300,000 homes in their subdivisions, $400,000 homes, and you bump it up into the 600. We're not talking about that. No, 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 no. No, we're going to drive this point home. You can live around dead ass white trash, and you will have a calm living environment. You can go outside in your yard at 3 o'clock in the morning and stand and enjoy a night air and listen to things and look at the stars through your telescope if you wish. I've seen people where at the last community where I lived, right downtown of this town. I lived in an old folks home. That was a apartment complex for old folks. I lived there for a year. Loved it. I seen old ladies taking their dogs out at 3 o'clock in the morning, 12 midnight. Old men taking their dogs out to walk at 10, 12 midnight. I remember the first time I woke up there and I was up because I get up in the middle of the night and I'm going, what? I was amazed. It was like the first couple of days I was in that apartment complex right downtown. This is a 17, small town, right downtown though. And I looked out my window. It was like 2 o'clock, and there was a little old lady out there walking her dog in the grass lawn. She wasn't a bit of she just stood out there, walked her dog. And then from then on I noticed I was amazed. Then on it happened all the time. These old people get up in the middle of the night and their dogs are right outside with them at all hours of the night. These are poor old white folks. I didn't live in a place where rich white folks live, old white folks live. This was for poor old white folks. The income, everything had to you had to report everything you owned, everything you did, because they gave you a hell of a cut rate. And I still paid a pretty good market price because I'm not at the bottom, folks, regardless of what you want to think. But I lived there, and it was beautiful, and it was safe. That's what white is. That's when you go join the military as a black man. That's what you're fighting for. And it's time to stop being ashamed of it, because I'll guarantee you can't show me a black man unless he's got. I'm sure there are places where all blacks live, very, very nice homes. I get that. No, no, no. See, that's too easy. I understand you're fighting for that also, and you sure are. Bless your heart, black soldier. But what you're fighting for is the overwhelming white culture, where even around our white trash, you can walk the streets at night without worrying about being knocked out or your car stolen. That's what you're fighting for. That's what white is still. I don't know for how much longer. Might not be much longer. But I guarantee you that's what it is right now. And I'm telling you, that is the beauty of this country. Now, I'm not saying there's not a lot of beauty in a place where all black successful people live, but there's not many of them. And I'm not saying there's not beauty in it. I'm saying it's wonderful. But I'm telling you, all over this country, there's places that in those subdivisions where all blacks live, your houses are going to be hitting 300 grand and up, 400 grand. You have to get into the protection of economics to get away from your trash. White trash, we live decently, quietly, politely, in a very civil manner. And that's what you're fighting for, because that is where the overwhelming strength of this country is, or was, until blacks decide to tear up the inner cities to beyond repair. But what this country is about is no matter where you go among poor people, among poor whites, you're okay. I don't give a damn what happened 80 years ago. I don't. I mean, I'll talk about it all day in another issue, and another whatever. I'm talking about what has developed and what this has become is a white civility based culture. So when you're going to war and you're fighting, and I think a lot of blacks know this too, a lot of black men, black women too. Black women they're hard pressed to admit it because they got to be blackety black. In the military, being blackety black. I understand getting the benefits. Don't fault anybody for that at all either. I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't. If you go risk your life, you got okay. You really did. You went and tried something. So I don't look black women, not so much, but black men. When a black man joins that military, he's thinking more like a man, not like a woman who wants to protest and be different. He's thinking like a damn man. That means he knows he's going to be the one. As a man, he's going to be the one to pick up the heavy stuff. And by that I mean duties, not weight. Stuff that will surely get you killed. And that black man's got in the back of his mind, he knows what he's fighting for. He's fighting for the USA. And what is the USA, whether he would acknowledge it to himself or not? The USA is a place where, because of white culture, it's the best place to make wealth. You know, in many places of the country, it's the best place to raise a family. Across all of the USA, you can go wherever whites are concentrated. White trash right in the middle of town. You ain't got any problem with them. And that's what that black man is. He won't, even if he might not admit it. Might not even, like I said, he might not even really think of it that way because it's so politically incorrect to think that way. That, not because of his own fault. He's a young man, 1920. He's thinking America. But at least he's thinking goddamn America. And he's kind of saying it the way old hillbilly white trashers say it. Goddamn America. Damn, I'd do it again. That's what the black man's thinking. But in reality, what he's doing is he's fighting for the white culture. But if you say that like that, he's got to be ashamed of it. Lay his goddamn life down on the line to protect. I got to get this out of the way. This just popped up on me. Very good. Lay his damn life, lay it right on the line. Lay his life on the line, but he can't say what really is the reality of it. Can't say it. Got to be ashamed of it. And this is what I'm saying. That's got to stop. And again, I don't expect black men to go around waving the white flag. I don't. But somewhere it's like, understand, you're fighting for something that needs to be fought for, that needs to be preserved. We need the white culture here. What do we got here? Chaotic truth. Come over to chaotic react. Okay, watch it. Okay, chaotic react. Okay. So the black man is, he needs to have these burdens lifted up off of his shoulders. Even if he doesn't say it out loud, leave him alone. You've heard, I've heard on these streets other blacks razz a black military man for being in the military. I get that. The black man that is razzing the person, he just wants to tear America down. The 70%ers, they don't give a shit what replaces it because they don't think correctly. They're insane with hatred and anger. But when a black man joins the military, he's not evolved, but he's entered into a different frame of mind that he's not allowed to acknowledge inside of his own private mind. You're fighting for the white way, black man. And the white way is supreme at this time. It is superior, vastly superior at this time. I don't care for how much longer. But at this time, that's what you're fighting for, is the USA, and the USA is white, rich, European-based culture. And it is supreme on the planet. All Europeans want to come here. If they could switch their whole life and take all of their benefits with them and say, let's just take this to the U.S., they're coming over here. They're jumping. Whoosh, because of the immigration, what's going on in Europe. And the games that are going on over there. So, and they're playing the same games here. It's just that we can absorb it much better. But right now, I don't care what the corporate machine's doing. I'm saying what has developed is the corporate machine knew they had to play fair with this group of people on these shores in order to get their power. And they did. So we have whites, we've been used. They're throwing us out of the party, but it doesn't matter. We still developed a white, very civil culture that is still the place to be on the planet. And as a black man, when you put on a uniform, you're fighting to preserve that white way. You're fighting to preserve the superior, the superior nature of this culture. But how dare if you said that? Boy, would you be, even other blacks that are not pro-blacks, that are in the military with you, would probably ask you, do you really need to say it like that? If I was a black man, I'd say, you goddamn right I'm going to say it like that. That's the fucking reality of it. I'm sick of people running from the value of what whites have created here in all their damn silly utterances. I don't expect them to think of us as some goddamn earthly gods, but goddamn it, we done pretty good here. We have. Notice I say we as a loser, because when you go into a white trash neighborhood where I live, you're still safe. You can still get up and go to work and not worry about your damn house being broken into. You can still leave your kids playing out in the yard without random bullets flying into them. God damn it. The white way, so far, is the right way. Fuck all that KKK shit. I'm just going by pure empirical observations and evidence. And I'm real sick that black men don't get to, in their minds, understand the reality that they're taking part in, because they're providing a very valuable contribution when they're joining as corporate mercenaries to keep this all going. But yet, boy, let them speak truthfully. Just after they went into battlefields, where they could get their brains blown out, stuff like that. After they do that and they come home, now all of a sudden they don't get to speak reality. Shit, if I was a black man, I'd be in them, like Talib Stark says. Get the hell away from me, black trash. He calls you N words, NIGGAs. Talib did. I don't know, or was it? I like to look at the title on the book. Was it ER on the book with the vowels and a couple of consonants missing? It was ER. It might have been on the title of the book. I got to look at it. I haven't read it. I just even learned about it about 2 weeks ago. I'm amazed that it's not so much more popular than it is, but I understand why it was censored. I'm sure. Can't have that nonsense floating around when blacks are trying to tear their 70% of blacks are trying to tear their communities to pits and shreds with nonsensical utterances about hard times. What do we got here? That's right, Brave. If it ain't white, it ain't right. I don't know if he's trolling, but I hate to break it to people. That was probably an old hillbilly saying, but I mean, they had a point. God damn it, there ain't no place where anybody wants to live other than around goddamn white people. Now, I understand if you got 300-400 grand and you want to live around black people, I get it. But if you don't, and you got to get around anything close to mixed, you want a lot of whites mixed in there, and you're in heaven if all you can afford is 150, and you end up where it's mostly whites. Then of course whites get to worry. Fuck that! What I just said there. That's right. Okay, we hope you got brains, because we can't stop you from moving in. So I say, if I was a black man moving into an all white trash area, I'd wear Carhartt clothes, Carhartt hats, Carhartt jeans, work boots. You wouldn't catch me in no damn tennis shoes looking like a Jordan wearing grown ass man. Or dress shoes or suits. But it's white, folks. That's what this is. And it's being torn apart. And it's sad. It's being torn apart. I don't know how far down they're going to take the white power. The corporate machine is taking the power of the peasants. They're notching it down. I don't know how far they're going to take it. New York mall closed completely. That goddamn mall didn't close because of white people, folks. Businesses aren't shutting down because of white folks. Even the corporate machine makes us poorer and poorer. The poor whites still in public. Guess what? Yes, sir. No, sir. Thank you, sir. Polite, civil, well reasoned. Oh, gee. You mean you found one white person that killed somebody 3 years ago? Or a white shooter here, but over the last year, you found 3 of them? over the last 2 years. You want to go over mass shooting statistics? Never mind. It doesn't matter. What I'm saying is, it's a white country, and it is the most peaceful place to live on earth. If you combine peace, tranquility, and freedom. Oh, sure, everybody speaks of Singapore. Sure. Go over there and pass gas in public and see what happens to you. Okay, that may be an exaggeration, but I mean, really, that's what they're doing in some of these places. What, Dubai? You know, the places where they say you can't drink alcohol. Oh, lovely. Oh, it's peaceful, all right. Yeah. Who can't keep peace when you got a gun at the back of your head? Folks, this is where people are free to be creative, thinking human beings. You can talk with your neighbor, you can have a little fuss with your neighbor, and you can say, "You dirty son of a bitch," and get over it and whatever. In this white country, nobody gets shot because of a lawnmower. Somebody mowing your lawn. What do we got here? When Hispanics, Asians, and Indians outnumber whites, will you still have this same energy? Be brave. I will speak in a different manner about reality, sir. When the reality changes, I'll be there. You've got my word. If you want to think I'm hanging on to this statement because I'm white, you're crazy. I'm speaking this because it's a reality. I am describing reality in a way that a lot of people don't want to. A lot of people aren't that creative to. And the people that could say it are making too damn much money to fret saying it. They got images to uphold. They got business. They got jobs. They got kids to put through college. When the Hispanics take over and it turns to shit, if it does. Oh, did I say if? Oh, because I say there's a lot of Spanish that I see in poor neighborhoods that lift the neighborhoods up. I don't see blacks move in poor neighborhoods and start repairing homes. I don't see blacks move into poor neighborhoods and then start with the family walking down the street with the wife, husband, and the kids, and the mother and the father that came from Mexico to live with the kids. Oh no, it's anchor, look out! Who cares? The Spanish people that I've seen, and I have not been in the big cities where they live, where the real harsh realities of big city living. But I'm saying, where Spanish people move in, everywhere where I've lived, because I've lived around by far the lower income section of towns. When the Spanish moved in, everything got better. Homes were improved, lawns were mowed, families walking. Who's up? What's up? Whoops, who was that?
What you talking about, Willis?
Who's that? You, Rock?
Yeah,
Hey, how you doing, Rock?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Go
Good.
ahead, continue, because this is amazing. It's amazing. Be
I
brave
know
that
it
you're.
is. It is. It is. And the funny part about it is what's really, I can defend it.
Well,
That's
no,
what's really.
the funny thing is that you said you never seen anyone get shot over mowing grass, but there's actually that has happened.
I didn't say it didn't happen in the history of mankind.
Well,
Stop it.
no, like
I'm talking.
recently,
No,
but
I don't
you
care
did
if
say that.
it. I don't. I did. I don't care. I've never seen it, and it don't happen at all on a regular basis. It's a complete freak occurrence, Rock. It is. Go ahead and find out who gets shot in poor black neighborhoods over nothing all the time, every day. Look at the 5 gangs running around, robbing people, hunting them down. Now coming out of
I
their neighborhood,
mean, isn't
go
that? But isn't
hold it,
that
hold it,
what the
Rock,
default?
hold it. CT, if
Isn't
this,
that what the blacks are?
CT, if Rock don't know how to shut up when I'm talking, because I'll shut up when he's talking, get him the fuck out of here,
You
because I ain't
nigger.
playing today. We're gonna discuss, Rock. I want to.
You're a nigger. You're a nigger. Stop
Rock,
acting like one, B.
no, Rocky, we got to talk when the other one isn't talking, and I'll keep it short. All right. My response to this is, you're bringing up stuff that happens very seldom, and I'm bringing up stuff that happens every day, all across the nation. The most dangerous places in the U.S. right now are Detroit, Cleveland, Baltimore, Memphis, New Orleans, St. Louis, New York, Chicago. Who's making those the most dangerous places in America? Black people. They're not white. There's no whites in them statistics making them the most dangerous. None. There's not a white in those statistics other than what happened once in a year. So when you bring up one occurrence and you want to add that into the mix, that makes you a damn fool in a manner
My
of a
turn?
debate.
Is it my
Yeah,
turn?
yeah, and keep it short. In fact,
It
yes, go ahead.
happens every week. There's a white dude killing his whole family.
No, it
Every
doesn't.
week it happens all across the country. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens every damn day. But you have a bias by thinking that you're superior to people just because of the color of your skin, yet you didn't buy into the superiority complex that runs everything. And you say that, oh,
Okay,
white people, it's white society, white
okay.
society. Okay, so if you look at the history of the United States, technologically speaking, things didn't start advancing until we decided to stop really paying attention to race, right? Until we decided to start working together. So if whites are so awesome and great, why do
No,
they have to go around the world stealing technology and acquiring spices to increase their own culture? Instead of creating it themselves, they ran around and stole it from everybody. But
time's
you
up.
want to say here, no, let me
Time's up.
talk.
No. Thank you, CT. No, Rock. No, Rock. This isn't let you talk.
You just talk whenever you.
Yes, it's my show, and I'll keep it short. We're going back to where you said some dude's killing his family every day. You're out of your damn tree. We're going back to whites shooting somebody over a lawn
I
every
can
day
bring the
or
stories
every week.
up.
Go bring
I
them
can.
up. I don't care if you bring up 5 this year.
So
It's
you don't
5
care
this year.
about facts.
Okay,
You only
hold.
care about
Okay,
your own.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. If whites were doing this, the news is all over it. That's how you know it's not happening. If a white man shoots his family, he's on national news. If a white man shot a black man over a lawn mowing incident, that would be on national news. If whatever whites do in public, if it's a crime of anything having to do with what would lead to a white supremacist attitude, that's on national news. That you don't ever hear about it means it ain't happening. That you hear all day, every day, all across the news, all across the CC, closed circuit, all across the cities of blacks robbing, carjacking, people being told not to sit in their driveways when they pull in their car for too long. They're told to get in the house. That's not white people doing that. That's not white people on buses and transit systems messing with people. That's not white people closing down the malls around the country. I don't care if I don't care.
Amazon closed down the
I was just
malls. You
I was
old
just
fool.
saying I was just saying I don't care if Amazon played a part. Would close them down for sure. Before they closed down was violence. Mark my words, in every damn mall there was, they closed down because of location or violence. You don't have
Idiot.
any whites. I don't care. Shut up. You're an idiot. And we agree. One of us is. But I don't care about what's going on in the malls. There's no white people shutting them down. White people don't shut down malls because of we go in and act violent. Nice try. So go ahead, Rock, and keep it short.
So did you recently hear about the story that came out of Florida
I
of
don't give a
the.
goddamn. I
Oh,
don't
you just
give a
don't give
damn.
a fuck. You don't give
No,
a fuck
no,
about
no,
facts. It's
no,
only
no,
feelings.
no. Listen.
It's only
Because
feelings.
no. I give a fuck about
It's
facts.
only your.
What I'm saying, Rock, is if you're bringing up one instant,
You
I don't.
sound retarded.
I don't care. It does. This is a fact because
So,
whites.
so I need
You,
to bring
what,
up 10 instances at one fucking time to make it a fact? I need to
yes,
bring up 10
ten,
different
10
instances.
instant. Yes,
Okay, so let me
in one day.
goddamn bring them up, you fucking
In one. No.
retard. Stop cutting
Okay.
me off, you fucking white.
In, somehow I still like Rock, but no. You got to bring up 10 per day because that's what's happening in America in any city. 15 of them a day. When some black guy was on a stream earlier talking about 12 robberies in Chicago in one day, armed robberies. Yeah, you got to bring up 12 per day, not one per year. People aren't running from white people, Rock. You're crazy if you even try to imply it. You're crazy.
And you're a coward. That's why you have to cover your face, because you don't even believe enough of what you're fucking saying to back it up with your goddamn appearance. You're plebe, and you're also delusional. You're fucking delusional, and you're old. You have an old mindset. You have an old way of thinking, and Democrats are white. So yeah, it's the fucking white man's fault.
Now
all these don't fucking cut.
Yeah, no, I'm cutting you
Let
off.
me fucking.
No. Go away if you don't like it, Rock. You're not going to run on my stream for a half hour with stupid shit because you're speaking a lot of stupid shit. You know, if you were trying to, really, factualize and statistics and stuff like that and doing it nicely without calling me an old damn fool and stuff like that, because I don't mind the name calling. I don't, Rock. I don't. No, I won't let you speak. I won't let you just name call me for 10 minutes. You're right. I won't. So here's how this goes. Whites ain't tearing up the country, folks. People aren't afraid of white people when they see them in public. When you see three white kids at a park, people don't shudder and go, "Uh-oh." They don't. When you go into a poor white trash neighborhood, I'm telling you, there's nobody that's afraid to walk. Look, I got old women walking in my alley. Alley, not the street, alley. Alleys
I'm
are
trying to
safe.
stick to the topic, but every time I bring it up, he cuts me off.
Yeah. Oh, wait, shut up. You're talking stupid when you get going.
You're talking like a nigger.
Look.
You're acting like a nigger. Stop acting like a nigger. Act like a decent.
No. Anyway, see, that's what.
Allow me to speak.
No, you won't. No, I won't, because you're not going to sit there.
Oh, you won't allow me to speak because you're
probably
fucking.
Not.
All your facts are trash.
I don't
all
care.
your fucking facts.
See, that's what I'm saying. Rock, you got to cut it loose, man. You got to think a little bit here, okay? You can think I'm picking on poor little Rock, but I'm not. I'm not putting up a stupid stupid interaction. What's this he says? Rock, are you interested in having a real dialogue? I don't think he is, CT, and I'm not going to put up with trying to squeeze one out of him. I'd rather, if I don't have any participants, get him the fuck out of here. I'm serious. It's stupid. Bring up something that happens once a year and try to compare it with something that already happened in all the cities combined 30 times in one fucking day. It's not happening. Anyway, so my point is if pat yourself on the back, Rock. Rock. A lot of people go away and thinking, well, he's afraid of me. Okay, yeah, consider brave to be afraid of you. Pat yourself on the back. But I'm telling you, when black men, do you want to give Rock another? Oh yeah, I'll give him another chance. Yes, he's got another couple. But then after that, it's like,
stop fucking cutting me off.
Okay, stop. See, shut him down. Shut him down. See, this is what I don't get. I'm not cutting you off, Rock. I'm stopping you from rolling on and wasting my valuable moments in my old life that I don't have a lot left of with stupid shit. That's not cutting you off. That's saying go away. Shoo. I don't need to hear your nonsense. That's whatever you want to think of it as. So don't tell me to stop cutting you off. Here's the new rule on my streams. I'm cutting the fuck anybody off I want. He always cuts off. Yep. Let's call it this. Let's call it the Be Brave Interrupt stream. Because I'm going to do it. If I want you to stop right there and I want to address something you're saying, I will interrupt. And you will not tell me to stop cutting you off. And if you don't like it, I'm asking you, go to another streamer. Go get your own. Now go ahead, Rock. Try it again.
Are you going to actually let me speak, or are you going to keep cutting me off?
Oh, I'm going to cut you off when I want to. Go ahead.
So you're acting like a fucking nigger.
I'm going to cut you off when I want to.
So you're going to keep acting like a nigger.
Whatever you want to say. Whatever you want to call it.
I mean, that's what I think it is. It's you acting like a nigger.
I don't care what you think. See? We're going to talk about...
You can't be challenged.
We're going
to talk for 5 minutes? Can I have 5 minutes?
No, hell no. 5 minutes, I can't listen to your bulls. You got about a minute and a half. Go.
I think people like Be Brave need to go ahead and fucking die off and leave us the fuck alone. Because people like Be Brave have an old way of
Now that wouldn't
no,
hurt me too bad.
obviously he didn't take advantages of the opportunities he had in life, so he wants to blame it on black people in the inner
No, I
cities that
know.
are ran by the Democratic Party that was
Right.
created by white people.
Cut him off, CT. Cut him
Oh
off.
yeah, cut me.
Yeah, get him the fuck out of here. Get him the fuck out of here today. He can try again another day. I don't care. Get him the fuck out of here. Saying I did. I'm a minimalist. I lived a very footloose and fancy free life, and now I'm trying to blame it on black people. Get that motherfucker out of here for today. Shut up, motherfucker. I've had more fun in my life than most humans. How would I be complaining to blame it on somebody? Man, if you only knew how free and the simple, yeah, no stress and the pleasure that I've experienced. What am I blaming on black people, folks? Stop it. What's up here? Rock, come back on the next stream. Thank you, CT. I don't even care if we don't get any participants. And in the future, Rock, quit worrying about me. Okay? Here's the issue today. Are blacks actually behaving in a way that essentially is the defense of white supremacy? Hafez, go ahead.
Good evening, sir. How are
Hey.
you?
Oh, I'm fantastic. I've never had a bad day in 30 years, Hafez. When somebody asks me that, I say that to them. And a
There you
lot of
go.
times I'll say, and you've never had a bad day either. You're just pissing and moaning about shit. Go ahead.
That's why you're so wrinkle free. See, that's what it is. It's stress that takes a man down.
It is. People don't understand it. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to know your take on because I didn't hear your take on the whole boat bridge incident or cargo
We can
ship
do it. We can do a
bridge incident.
diversion. We can do it. We could suspend and do a quick diversion. Get back
No,
to
no,
it.
no. I don't want to divert too much, but I just wanted to just yeah, if you
No,
have a short take
I'm
on it.
still thinking it was a corporate move. What happened when they knocked that bridge apart, if it was done on purpose, was that they overrode the politics that it would take. They overrode the financing headaches that it would take because now the federal gets to just come in with his printed money, take care of it, and the bridge was old, outdated. You had a couple of callers on here say that things didn't add up as far as the operation. You had another caller
Mm,
say that tall boats wanted to come in there and they couldn't. So,
yeah.
he was thinking, and this guy never goes into any ulterior motives. He was thinking it is a bit strange that a lot of complaining about tall boats not getting in, and now all of a sudden the bridge
Mm,
gets torn apart. But I am convinced, I don't think it was a nefarious, horrible thing, but I am convinced that it's easier. You've heard the saying, Havez, that it's easier to do things in 1 week of war. It's easier to change things in 1 week of war than it is in 100 years of peace. I forget
mm.
who said that. Have you ever heard that saying?
Yeah, yeah, something similar. Yeah.
Yes, yes. So now
One
hold
thing.
on. So it's easier just to make it look like something it ain't and get past all the
Yeah.
bullshit and get on with it. And if a few
But
lives have to be lost, look what they did with the early 2000s. 3000,
mm,
the Pentagon. Who thinks a
yeah.
plane flew into that? Oops, I better shut up. There were 100 and some people killed in that pretend bullshit. Go ahead, Avez.
Funny thing is, we seem to get more camera footage of this ship going into this bridge than we ever did of the anything going into the Pentagon. And
Hmm.
Pentagon being one of the most secure and watched buildings on the planet, it has like more cameras than anywhere else. But yet, couldn't get one decent footage of a plane
And
going into the
and and and
Pentagon.
and a sidestep to that, what's most amazing about the Pentagon footage that is existing is the item missile. It looked like was parallel to the ground. Didn't look
Mm,
like it was 15 feet off the ground. Now, do they have missiles that come in at a 45-degree angle and immediately parallel with the ground at the last minute? Could be
precisely.
missiles, but that's not a plane can do that. A
Yeah.
plane to get parallel with the ground needs a mile-long runway.
Not only that, how come the lawn in front of the Pentagon never got torn up by
Yeah,
that supposed plane? Like,
yeah, yeah.
just like
It's
spotless. Anyway, I don't want to
yeah.
digress. I just want to
Oh,
find
that's
out
okay.
your take.
I,
Would you
I thank you.
say,
I thank you for it. It was a very interesting
no
digression. Go ahead.
problem, no problem. Would you say that this ship would have been operated properly if it was white crew and this was a mostly Indian crew?
Nah, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I'm not that hard. I'm not that hardcore of a racist, Chavez. Although, because of diversity doing such damage, and it has, and
Well,
thankfully, I hope. No, hold on. Let me finish right quick. I'll finish. The diversity having done such damage, I wouldn't blame a white man if a black man, black pilots were in charge. I wouldn't say it wasn't. I wouldn't blame him for wondering if it was diversity. I mean, how often does a ship run into a bridge?
well, that's
So the
exactly it. If you
So the
watch, if
point is, right?
hmm?
So the point is if it was a black man, it'd be going, oh no, oh no, was that diversity? Of course, there's been oil tankers that crash all over the place with white pilots and stuff. So no, I wouldn't have went too hard in on that. I would have given more credit for the black man to be in on it as opposed to causing it.
Yeah, I mean, because although the captain was Ukrainian,
Hmm.
definitely a white guy, the majority of the ship were diversity hires of Indian origin, I believe. So
Well,
yeah, I
how now?
mean,
How, how do you think you can call them diversity hires? I mean,
well, that's because
they
the
weren't.
company's slogan is committed. They actually had
Oh,
posters and everything committed to diversity, equity, and
okay.
inclusion.
Well, there you have it. There you
So
have
yeah,
it,
the
folks.
company. If there's a guy called Paul Joseph Watson, if you watch his video, he actually highlights the fact that this company was advertising its diversity and they wanted to be diverse. They wanted diversity in the at in the sea or something to do with that, diversity on the oceans, some nonsense caption like that. So yeah, they were very committed to their DEI sort of quotas.
They could have
And
set these slick bastards that run this planet, Javez, could have set that up in the beginning to attract attention away from an engineered incident. It's better to make it look like it was done with idiots than engineered into existence.
exactly, exactly.
So,
They
yeah,
try to say, don't blame something on malice if it can be explained by stupidity. But I think
right.
in this case, you're right. I think in this case, they wanted to make it look like incompetence, but
Stupidity. Yes.
actually it was malice.
Yes.
But this would then, fix all their issues, like you said, with the boats,
Oh,
the tall
look,
boat.
yeah, and not only that, look at all the paperwork it takes out of the way. Look at all the deciding who's going to pay for it. State
Exactly.
level, this gamble, this government agencies, taxation. Nope. Guess who gets to just swoop in with magic money and take care of the problem? Whoosh. And then look who benefits the most from the
Corporations.
digitized med. Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not. I wouldn't bet my house on it, but I'm going. That's just too damn weird. I mean,
Sus.
if both when they lost power, I'm thinking this: stop the boat. You're heading towards a bridge. We don't go any further, even when we get power. Something's wrong.
Exactly.
But they
Exactly.
didn't. And then let the tugboats come in and
Exactly.
rewrite things. But
I
see, they
mean,
didn't.
normally there would be tugboats pulling these things in and out the harbor anyway. I mean, I think that is supposed to be the kind of routine process because of these cargo ships being so massive. But
Well, it's certainly since one lost power. At that point, that's when you go, okay, stop everything. Something's real
precisely,
wrong, and we're
drop
heading
anchor.
towards a bridge. Okay, they're not out in the middle of nowhere and try to regain their footing and their path and their route. They're by a bridge. Once something that major goes wrong, you lose power twice or something. That's when you go, okay, stop this right now where we're at. It's
Yeah,
like a man and a woman fighting. You know how sometimes you go, okay, this is getting out of hand, honey. Let's stop. Just stop.
exactly. Exactly. Especially when they go for the groin, they immediately go for the groin. It's
Well,
like, all right,
yeah,
playtime's
no,
over now.
well, yeah, no.
Playtime's over. You're
But
reaching
really,
too low.
there's just time when you go, okay, stop this right now, honey. Let's no, one of us, yeah, stop it right now. Let's regain some footage. But that boat should have stopped right where it was at. It's heading
Interesting.
towards a bridge. It should not have tried to even carry on. That's why I think it was a planned hit.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of questions,
Yes, sir.
but getting back to your main title of like black patriots or white supremacists,
Yes.
stop being ashamed of it. Are you when you're saying black patriots? Are you saying generally conservative black individuals like I don't know Jesse Lee Peters
No, 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 no,
or
no, 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 no,
uh,
no,
who
no.
are you
I'm saying
talking about in
black
particular?
patriots. Black patriots. They come from the liberal bent too. They
Oh,
come
okay,
from the goofy liberals too. They decide their life is it's not happening. They're not crazy liberals, but they want some benefits. You're looking for education, house assistance with house purchasing. There's a lot of Democrat liberal blacks that get in on this, and they would never be allowed to even entertain this thinking. So I'm saying, when I say a black patriot, I'm thinking any black man that puts on a uniform and will go into his
Oh, I
way,
see.
into the way of danger. I call that man
Oh,
a black patriot.
so when you say patriots, you actually mean soldiers. You don't mean just Americans who are patriotic.
Oh, hell no, I'm talking soldiers. Yes. Thanks for
Okay.
forcing that clarification. Yes,
Yeah, no,
folks.
I thought
Well,
you
I,
just
I
meant
think in my monologue,
conservative
I'm pretty sure I
patriot
talked about
type.
serving your country in a military capacity. So I made that clear.
Oh,
Maybe you didn't hear it, but yes.
yeah,
No,
maybe I
I'm
missed that.
talking strict military. Black patriots that join the military are defending white supremacy, and they could never say it, even if they were thinking it. And that's what I'm saying is the shame is how the 70% of blacks in this country have literally psychologically graped the black culture.
Interesting.
Good black men can no longer speak what they, even if they wanted to say it as a joke because it's true, they couldn't elude to it, or yeah, allude to it.
Do
Elude.
you think do
Allude,
you
yeah.
think the mass migration of Southern Americans, or Americans from the south of the continent, Hispanic Americans essentially. Uh, do you think that how is that going to affect the black communities and the white communities of the United States? Are you worried about that demographic in any way? I mean, although they're not strictly African blacks, they are, you could say, white heritage. They usually either have a Spanish or a Portuguese type heritage, but they're not Western
They're
European.
the Spanish people that I've seen, and I've seen a bunch of them where I came from, Javez, in the Midwest. I was a truck driver, and I was in and out of many, many, many facilities, and they were all hardworking Spanish people. A lot of them. They were in there, running
Yeah,
things, management, running things, making it happen. They were acting very white in that facility, at those workplaces. They were acting very white. So
interesting.
if you get a lot of Spanish people in the large cities, and you get a drug cartel or a certain small number, they can create holy hell. And other Spanish people will immediately, and you see it on the streams, not on the streams, but on the internet. You'll see Spanish, even where Spanish people go crazy. You'll see Spanish people going, please, they don't play around. I don't know if they'll stop it if they can, until it
Hmm.
just gets out of hand with a cartel that will, roll in with machine guns and cut your head off and tell you and your family to shut up. But I'm saying this, I'm not, hand to God, in all my white trash neighborhoods over the last years that have moved into where I've witnessed, everything improved. The property they bought upgraded, lawns mowed, families walking, mom, dad, kids, grandpas, all in the yards. Some people complain about their noise. I never once. I did have to tell a Spanish worker on a house. I had to tell him and point out how quiet the neighborhood was,
Hmm.
and that it's going to stay that way. And he immediately shut his music way down,
Interesting.
way down.
But my concern, and this is what I find to be a bit of an anomaly, is that although Spanish, Italians, and Portuguese in Europe have a reasonably okay level of standard of living and countries are ran reasonably well, it seems that the South American Hispanics and Brazilians, being Portuguese origin, don't seem to have the same level of competency in running their countries. And my worry is for America is that, United States of America, when I say that, is that when they bring their attitudes of and somewhat level of incompetency of how they ran their own societies back in their own countries, would they also have that detrimental effect in the American society, even though you say that they behave really well when they
No, no,
come
you're
to
right.
America?
There's certainly going to be a
How
degree of
is
of what you speak, but it's a very
Yeah.
small degree. It's very small. I'm telling you, I've witnessed you gotta. I'm not gonna say what I did in my working years and dox
Sure,
myself,
sure.
but I'm telling you, I'm in and out of. Well, I did drive a straight truck for 25 years, but I was too chicken shit to drive a semi. It was too is on winter roads. It just bothered me.
Um,
First test drive I had in a semi, you didn't even need a CDL license, right? That's how long ago it
oh,
was. And I was driving and I was taking the test drive. Thank God it was on a very slippery, icy day, very cold. I pulled over and the guy that was with me, I said, I don't want no part of this. And he drove us back. I said, no, and I never touched a semi again in my life. It's just too much. So I've stuck to a straight truck so you could call me a coward. However, of all the places that I went into, Javez, they weren't upending things. They weren't causing problems in the workplace. Their managers were Spanish. The managers that I dealt with on the docks were very polite. And and
professional.
not to mention when they were females, they were just luscious. They would be so polite and so businesslike that you'd develop a damn crush on them right there on the dock. And no, they weren't talking sexy or nothing. They were just that feminine about their business. And yet they took care of business. So they people that are coming from the continents, the South American, Venezuela, and Brazil, like they're no, they're probably not as sophisticated as where what you were speaking of. But I'm telling you, there's still something in them that their countries were messed with severely politically by guess who. Um, but they even at the bottom, I'm telling you, when they get here, they understand that there's something here that they don't want to miss out on. And that's the
Well,
value of them. What do we got here? Be brave. Rock is back. Should I let him up? One more time, CT. Look how we're conversing, okay? This is what I'm talking about. Go ahead, Rock. But anyway, first Rock, Javez.
sure, sure.
Me and Javez. Okay, Javez. So with that said, are you under the impression that when Hispanics come up here, that their behavior is off the charts, third worldish?
Well, I'm finding it really perplexing that people who are such hardworking, which the South American, Mexicans and Venezuelans, Cubans, they seem to be quite hardworking and Catholic, so they're kind of conservative and they're family orientated. They have all these like what I consider good qualities, and yet their nations is in such terrible conditions. And you would think that because I believe in the concept of the people get the government they deserve. So if the people themselves are ungrateful and outlandish and are not hardworking, then they will get politicians and governments which are corrupt and just as bad and will denigrate and the entire society goes into degeneracy. But if the Spanish people in South American people are generally quite good, wholesome, family orientated, hardworking,
Very civil, very polite.
and civil, then why is their countries not reflecting that? What is
That
going on?
well, much as I brag about white, I've always said there's a handful of white people that run this planet, Javez, and they're not playing nice. You think they don't have any influence in Venezuela
Just,
over that oil reserves that's in
of
Venezuela,
course,
sir?
Ecuador, Venezuela,
No,
absolutely, yeah,
Venezuela's the big one. That's the one
yeah.
where it's all at.
I mean, I
They say
read the
there's
book.
more. Yeah, they
Confession. Have you ever read the book Confessions of an Economic Hitman?
no, but I've heard him speak.
Oh yeah, yeah. He talks.
And
I mean,
I've read,
yeah.
there's many other books. Like I said, Mike Parenti, Jeremy Rifkin, you've got James Perloff. There's a lot of people that wrote about what happened in South America, and they didn't
Mm,
let corporate America off the hook, my friend. These are
yeah.
white men writing. They did not let the corporate machine off the hook.
So, would you say that that is the reason why these countries have struggled so much? Is because of the sort of corporate American interference in their nations and corruptions that they infiltrate, they injected the corruption, not that the corruption came from the people, but it was inserted into their society.
Like a big syringe full of corporate corruption. Get the right guys in place. Give them a military. Give them all the money in the world. The peasants better not say a damn thing.
But
And
you
neither
see,
would I,
to that,
and neither would and neither do I, neither would I, and neither would you. That's why when you say they get to the government they deserve, it's I suppose you could say You could ask, how can they go? This isn't the government they deserve 150 years ago when you get your hands on a despot and then you can still like maintain control. This is where a major military starts moving in with fighter jets if it gets out
Uh,
of hand.
see.
So
But
if that when they got that, the people probably are subdued reasonably so.
but circling that back to white people,
Mhm.
although I think you're right in the sense that the average normal white guy, the working class, even the middle class white man is pretty well
It's the
mannered.
salt of the earth.
Yeah, but isn't there then something to be said about the high society white people who did this
I'll go
to
all
these
day. I'm
nations?
not even going. I'm not even speaking high society. I'll go all day long with 3,000 white people that run this planet. There's 8 billion people on this planet. I'll talk about measly ass 3,000 white people that run this planet
Really?
all
You
day
you
long.
you think 3,000 people are running this entire planet, or
God,
most of
yes,
the
yes, maybe less.
that's
I just say 3,000 to make sure I'm not undercutting it. It might be less. Look
wow.
who can start wars, Hafez. That's what I'm saying. When I'm going, who starts these wars? There's no peasants want to fight. I don't care what they said about Nazis in Ukraine, hating on Russians in Russia. There were no peasants that wanted to do any of that. If you
Oh,
went there, you couldn't find peasants that go, let's go get the goddamn Ukrainians. And peasant Russians? No, they were forced. That's why they had to let people out of the military in Russia. The peasants that didn't want to do it were told, go ahead and protest a little too much here, Mr. 22-year-old young healthy Russian. See what happens, maybe, as an example. Ukraine's the same thing.
interesting.
You go into Arabia. Now they may be a little more crazy against Whitey, but they don't want to fight. The peasants in Iraq and Iran don't want to fight. They don't. I don't care what anybody says. God damn it, let me loose on an Iranian street. There's not going to be one. Let me loose, and if I could speak freely with a microphone, you want to fight the USA? And they'd say, fuck no.
Oh no, no, Iranians though, not the Iranian people. No, this is they despise. This is actually the
That's what I'm
problem
saying.
with.
I'm speaking from the level of peasantry,
Yeah,
and I'm speaking millionaires are peasants. People,
yeah.
oh, I got $20 million. You're still a peasant. You have no
The fun,
power. You're doing what you're told. I'm saying the peasantry of the planet do not want to fight each other.
yeah. No, it's true. Well, the problem actually, if you were talking about Iran is specifically, the problem the mullahs of Iran, the regime of Iran are facing right now is exactly that. Because if America or if any other foreign country attacks Iran, they are more worried about having to put guns in the hands of Iranians than they are of fighting a foreign war. Because if
I
they
don't
give
blame them.
Iranians guns, the Iranians are going to turn those guns against the very government that gave them the guns. So they
Goddamn
are,
right, mate.
yeah,
Yes.
they don't know
So
what
the
to do at
Iranian,
the
in other
moment.
words, you're saying the Iranians got the nerve to exercise. You get the governments you deserve.
Yeah, yeah, oh
The
yeah, right
Iranians
now,
would, yeah, the
yeah,
Iranians would say, you know what the fuck? What? Let me see. Let's look out here at that. The submarines the U.S. has. Let's look at that aircraft carrier and them jets and all them missiles and shit. And here we are. What? It's like a grown adult sending some pathetic weakling to fight another uh, big ass 260-pound killer. No, the 160-pound is going to kick into human nature. Are you crazy? To quote said Fred Sanford, are you crazy? And that's what peasants are asking when they can. There's no Palestinians wanted to Hamas to do that shit.
it's true.
No,
Yeah, there's actually a lot of Palestinians that are trying to actually fight and pull themselves
Hamas.
away from Hamas. Hamas has
Yes,
actually literally kidnapped and killed and tortured
of
their own
course.
people because
Look at
they
the
were,
Muslim Brotherhood,
speaking out.
the Muslim Brotherhood that's established, and the Wahhabis, the Muslim Brotherhood. Wahhabis first, Muslim Brotherhood came in second to enforce the Wahhabist, and that's only in the last 50 years. That's what's keeping the Middle East is guess who? White fucking people.
I'm sorry, I don't want to hug the whole mic time. I know
Oh
the
yeah, go
Rock
ahead,
has been
Rock.
waiting, so
Go ahead.
I'm just
Yeah, we'll try this. Go ahead, Rock.
Oh, there's no point in me speaking. You're just going to cut me off.
You're right. If it, yeah, you're on,
Exactly. I'm right. So there's no point in me speaking because
you're
you're
on
just going
probation.
to
You're on
rudely cut
probation.
me off.
No, you're on probation, man. I'm not. It's just the way it
Fez,
is.
does this make any sense?
No, 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 no. This ain't Hafez and Rock against Be Brave.
Well, this doesn't make any sense, Be Brave, because you're asking me to talk, but I'm trying to talk and you're cutting me off.
Go. I'm saying, what do you got? You're complaining about being cut off, and I'm assuring you, you will be cut off if need be. So go. See what you say.
Yeah, Rock. Did you notice the 5 or 10 minutes of back and forth between me and Be Brave? It was civil. It was
Yeah, it's really
cordial.
great.
We
You was
allowed each
really
other to
slobbing on his
finish.
top, bro. You
No,
was
no, but
really
we allowed
agreeing with
Well,
his
hold it.
each
with
other to
Hold.
his
Stop,
finish.
Hafez.
disagreements, and you're
Stop.
white,
So
so he
stop.
allows you to
Hold it.
speak.
What did you just say he was doing, Rock? You filthy motherfucker. What'd you say he was just doing?
I don't know. You didn't hear it? I don't know. I don't know what I
No,
said.
repeat it,
Yeah,
chicken shit.
nah,
Repeat it,
nah.
motherfucker.
How about this? How about this, Fez? Maybe he
Yeah, you
allows you
chicken
to
shit.
speak
You
because you're
chicken shit,
white.
motherfucker. I'm telling you, CT,
Maybe
I
he
ain't putting up
allows you
with
to
this
speak
fucking
because you're
queer
white,
talk,
Or
man.
or
maybe
maybe
maybe I
because you
just don't
agree
cut
with
him
him.
off. Or maybe I just don't cut him off, and we all get our say. We all
Does
get
he
our
cut
fair
you
share.
off? Oh, he doesn't.
No, I didn't cut him off. He didn't cut me off. In fact, I did
Oh,
interrupt a
wow,
couple of
wow.
times.
So he gave you some respect, which he fails to give me because he
Okay,
doesn't
Rock, you
allow
got it
me to
off your
speak.
chest. Okay, you feel better now. Go, say something.
What is about white supposedly
This is
black
a
people
white.
that
No,
join the
black
military?
are
Supposedly
actually.
black people that thank you, Be Brave, for acting really black right now. Can you please get in touch
No,
with
I
your
was just
inner
going to.
white
I was going to
man?
give you the title. I was going to give you the title. It's. I'm saying. I'm. My position is this: what black patriots that join the military are actually more than anything, more than defending America, are defending the culture of white supremacy. Go ahead.
So the culture of white supremacy is what? Genital mutilation?
Get him out of here, man. Get him the fuck out of here. Get him the fuck out of here, man. Shut the fuck up. God,
Here goes the thing, Brave.
hit me with
Rock,
it, CT.
Rock is a good guy,
I know he is. I
right?
enjoy him.
But
I'm
he's
telling you,
fighting.
if I
Yeah,
lived around him, I would do my damnedest to get one of them post hole digging jobs because it's healthy. Go ahead.
he's he's a good guy,
I
and
know he is.
he's
I know
fighting
he
the
is.
good fight. And I
That's
used
why
to
I would.
be,
That's why I
yeah,
would never ban him, but I'll throw him off every time he
yeah.
goes off into the Wonderland.
I
That's
used
gonna.
to
That's
be
gonna happen.
I used to be like Rock when I was in college.
No, you weren't that bad. Go
Well,
ahead,
I
Rock.
wasn't that
No,
bad, but
no.
I was one of those blacks that the black man invented everything, the white man stole everything. Remember, I was brainwashed
I don't
by
even think that's where Rock's coming from, as much as he's just trying to swerve and bring whites into the to downgrade the magnificence of the white culture.
yeah.
You know,
So
and that's what he's after.
yeah,
I'm going, yeah, but
yeah,
well, that's another stream. We
when
can talk.
yeah,
We're talking about military black
yeah,
men defending white supremacy
yeah,
is
yeah,
ultimately what they're doing. Yeah.
yeah. So I never served, and there are days that I am ashamed of the fact that I never served. However, as a black man, and to state exactly on topic, when you put on that uniform, you are essentially defending and protecting the greatest society and white society known to man. If this society collapses, Brave, man, my God, it goes into the Stone Age overnight. I wouldn't give it overnight. I'll give it a couple of weeks.
I wouldn't, even if it don't go into the Stone Age, it's going to be over for the human
Yeah, for the
free
human race. Yeah,
spirit. For the human free spirit, it's going to
yeah.
be over.
And that's what I'm terrified of. I'm terrified of the fact that, and let me finish, Rock. We have black men like Rock and other black men that for some reason they don't see the reality and the magnificence of Western civilization, particularly white society. When I look at uh, the European architecture, any building style. When I look at the columns, when I look at the coliseums that we've built, well, not we haven't built shit, but when I look at the coliseums, man, when I look at the arenas, when I look at the football fields, when I look at the institutions, man, when I look at the, what the white man has done with marble and stone and we don't even have to talk about complex systems
Yeah,
like shipping
no.
and logistics.
No.
It's almost like I just want to cry sometimes because this is incredible.
It is.
And one thing I don't want to do, and I told you I had a nightmare that I woke up in an African country in my dream. And it was a complete nightmare, man. And I don't understand why a lot of blacks don't look at it. Like, your duty as a black man, particularly in the military, should be to protect this society. And I agree with you on that, Brave. So
There's no other way to say
yeah,
it if you're being real.
yeah. Go
There's
ahead,
not.
Rob.
So my viewpoint's unreal. Who?
See where we go. See where
Who's
we
on
go.
the Obama bandwagon, CT? I think it was you. So I never had the same way of thinking that you had. Okay? Get that factoid out there real quickly. I've never thought like you, CT, a day
Duly
in my
noted.
life.
Duly
I've
noted.
always been independently minded, independently thinking, and independently researching things that I want to know about. Okay? Now, by this guy coming up here, mind this, my whole family's white, be brave. So maybe I know what I'm talking about.
It
Maybe
doesn't
I'm not
matter.
just some black dude
What do you think
from the
about black
city
men?
hood.
Are black men in the military
cutting me off.
protecting? Oh yeah, you're going to get cut off. You better believe it. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, Rock. I mean, you could always just stay off.
You can't be challenged. You can't be
Uh,
challenged, be brave.
I guess no,
You
you're
can't.
right. If you need to think that,
can't.
fine. I'm
None of
asking
your
you,
talking points can
what do
be
you
challenged.
what do you think about black men serving in the military in the ultimate reality are actually protecting and maintaining white supremacy on this planet?
What is
Is
white
it-
supremacy? I don't know what that is.
See, never mind then.
What is it?
I don't
Can you
need to go there.
explain? Sure,
Yeah, I
please
can.
explain.
I sure can. Yeah, you live
Explain
in
this
it.
white.
You
Explain
live
this
in
white
it.
supremacy.
The white supremacy that you live in and take advantage of, and all people want to live around. That's white supremacy. That's as far as I'm going.
Around a bunch of Mexicans. What are you talking about?
Good for you. They're, I'm
I
saying.
live in San Antonio, Texas. It's like 60-70% Hispanic. What are you talking about?
Hey, very good for you. Hey, good. Well, you know firsthand that the Spanish then aren't that hard to be living around. If you can live around 60% of them.
Neither are all the black people that I go and install $10,000 and $20,000 jobs on their porches.
Anyway. So
Neither are all those black people.
How about
But it
this? How
seems
about
like
this,
you
Brave?
only see the black people that are in
How about
the hood in
How about this?
Baltimore, in New
How about
York.
this? Brave,
that?
may I know this is your show, but may I?
Well, no, don't carry on too long because I don't have
No.
the patience for it, CT.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna
He's not answering the subject.
Brain cells.
I don't
for it,
care.
be
I'm not
brave.
going to go off.
It's
I'm not going to
patience,
go off.
It's called brain
Yeah.
cells.
Good.
I'm just gonna ask. I'm
It's
just gonna
called
ask.
mental capacity.
Go ahead.
You don't have
Right.
the mental capacity for it, be brave.
Okay, go ahead, CT.
Rock, can I ask you a question, sir? Would you want to live under a black nation state?
Yeah, if it's one that doesn't get influenced by the Western world, yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much,
Good,
sir.
good answer. Very good answer.
Yeah, because it seems like the Western world, this white supremacy, facility that is set up all across the world, is always going around screwing with other people. They can't leave other people alone. They always have to go around in search of new technology that they can't develop themselves, new minerals and materials that they can't develop themselves, like rubber.
Who invented quantum computing?
Quantum computing, Einstein.
Einstein invented quantum computing.
Yeah, he came up with the general idea of it. It's called, because it all falls under like general relativity. It's quantum computing isn't something that is still set out in stone. It is still something that's being developed, and it's still an idea. It's still basically an idea that's still being developed.
Who invented the semiconductor?
Semiconductor. I mean, I would probably. I'm just guessing. Nikola Tesla.
What color was he?
Do what?
What color was he?
He was Bolshevik.
Yeah,
so
what color?
He was a gringo.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, if you look at any inventions that matter in this
No,
world,
it's
they,
just like with the light bulb. Everyone says that, oh, look at the white guy that invented the light bulb. When he invented the light bulb, you know how long the light bulb lasted? It lasted for a few hours. You know the guy that created the filament to go into the light bulb to last days or weeks or months? What was he? He was black.
I'm sorry. Did I say somewhere that there were no black inventors? Did I say that? Did I say
That's
that?
what you're implying.
No, I'm not implying it. I'm just
Yeah,
implying
you
that
are implying it. You're
I'm
basically
implying.
saying the only good black people are the ones that go to the military and decide to go kill
That's
people
what,
for the
okay.
white supremacy society that we live in.
See, that's what I'm saying, CT.
So
Don't
it's okay
assign.
if they go
Don't,
kill. It's okay if they go kill people for the
don't
United
don't
States.
don't assign my thinking to me on my stream, Rock. It's just like you're gonna get CT. I don't care if the stream ends or whatever, man.
That's
I
what
don't
you're
go through that.
saying.
Get the fuck out of here. I ain't saying that. Shut up. You're smarter than that. I ain't saying that. And quit assigning it to me, for God's sakes. I'm
So
saying
so what
I'm
are you?
saying I'm saying white people made this culture, top to bottom. That's all I'm saying. Nothing else, nothing more. Look at all the inventions the world uses. It was in USA shores. White people brought in the best minds in the world in the laboratories and created through the Department of the Army and DARPA, university research. I don't care if the intellectual property is immediately handed to the private sector. That's not what I'm talking about. Where it originates is on USA in a white culture. That's what I'm saying. But go
Yeah.
ahead.
So is that why when you look at technology, things didn't
We,
start advancing until
yeah,
we
yeah,
decided to get
yeah.
rid of
Never
slavery?
mind. Yeah, Rock. I've had enough of you.
Is that
Go
why?
ahead.
Because all the white people invented everything during slavery?
Yeah, never mind. Go ahead, sir. Sir, go.
Guys, I can't find I can't
Go
find
ahead.
anywhere that says Nikola Tesla invented semiconductors. I don't think that's right.
The little thing you had with Rock, this is coming from a man who cried about his wrench being taken away the other day. Because I saw the replay
Angel,
on
Angel,
Rock
Yeah,
Friday.
bitch,
Angel.
because I've done a lot of fucking shit for CT, you fucking retarded.
Thank you, CT. Thank you. It ain't happening here.
Hey man,
Oh,
where's my rich
It,
CT?
it ain't happening here. You okay, HB? You got that out of your system. Stop it. Okay.
If anyone
When-
deserves a fucking wrench, it's me, you fucking fools. I'm not even gonna fucking talk about
Hey,
why I
CT, why
deserve
you put
a
a wrench
fucking
in my
wrench, you
ass?
fucking
Hey, I deserve
plebes.
a wrench.
I fucking do.
Hey, Nikola Tesla. Hey,
HB, go
CT,
suck
you
on
ever heard
another goddamn
WikiLeaks?
cock at the fucking truck stop, you faggot.
Be brave. You never want to be challenged. I need to challenge you. Be brave.
HB,
Let's
you need
challenge.
CT. Could you get HB out of here, man? Thank you, thank you. Roxy, I'm on your side, buddy. I don't want people to come up here messing with you, but I'm going to throw you out if you don't stick to the issue. And Angel, stop talking about Rock. You got something to say on the matter or not?
Rock, can I ask you this? Can I at least make this statement? Let me make this statement more than a question.
Hefez,
No, allow
I
me,
really don't
please.
care what a dirty Arab has to think, okay?
Thank you.
Because I didn't have to flee my country to make a better life for myself.
Hey man,
Oh
most
no,
of my
you
family's
didn't.
white,
You were lucky
man.
enough someone dragged your
Yeah,
Yeah,
ancestors on a
exactly.
boat
I
and
was
brought
lucky
you
enough to be
a
born in
country.
society that my people, the previous generations that lived before me, built. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to make this statement in the sense
I
of
just want to
Most
make
of
this
my
statement.
family's
This
white,
statement,
man, but
you
I
know,
act like a
goes to the
since
nigga.
I'm not
argument.
milking goats today, I want to make
Can you
this
just
statement.
let
Go
me?
ahead, Hefez.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna
Okay,
treat you
let
like
me
a fuck,
let
like
me
Be Brave
get to
treats
the end
me.
of
I'm gonna
this.
start keep fucking interrupting you because
No,
you're
you're
saying
not.
This
something
isn't
I
your
don't like.
show.
Yeah, that's
You're
not your
saying
show,
something I
Rock.
don't like, so I'm just gonna interrupt.
CT, look.
Okay. You see,
CT, hold on, Abbas. CT, I don't know if we're doing this for views or what, but I ain't a part of it. It ain't my style. I don't care about names. I'm good for a name calling. Have some fun. Okay. When I say stop, it's got to stop. Okay. All right. Now,
Yeah.
sir, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on? Y'all can hear me?
hey,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir,
All
sir.
right. Be brave. Honestly, man, I just had one question. What exactly is the point of this? What's the
Because
point?
my point is because the blacks that are risking their lives are being led astray as to what they're risking their lives for. Not led astray, but they really can't honestly acknowledge that they're protecting this way of life, which is a white way of life. And
I honestly
that's what I'm
go ahead,
saying.
I honestly I'm going to disagree with you on that one because
Okay.
I would say at least in the last 20 25 years we know exactly what the hell we're getting ourselves into. We know exactly what's going on. We know that this is a chess game and we're the pieces on the board. We understand that.
No,
My question for you is why the hell are the black ones the only ones being led astray when the whites dominate the military in numbers? How are they not being led astray in the
haven't you ever
same exact fashion?
Yes, haven't you ever heard me say that all soldiers are mercenaries for the corporate machine? Didn't I
Yes, I
have
have heard you. I have heard you
that?
say that
Does
before.
that does that exclude whites?
No, it does not. But
Folks,
you're
stop
not.
right there. No, stop, sir. Please don't. I'm telling you, we're quick back and forth here. If I said that whites are included in that with my statement, that means you're wrong. I'm not leaving whites out. So you got to start over with something else.
But this is what I wanted to
But no,
say.
that brings me.
Be
No,
brave. Sorry,
hold on,
sir, just
Hafez. Hold on. No, hold on. That brings me back to my point. Why is there a magnifying glass on the blacks being led astray? Why us?
Because
Why do
if
you
white,
care? Why do you
oh,
care?
because I think it's horrible that humans can't say what the reality of surrounding them. What is that, HB? What's that doing? CT, if you need to bring him up again for views, could you just we'll just end the stream, CT? Oh buddy,
oh
get
my
that
God.
motherfucker out of here, man.
Look.
uh,
Let me
Anyway,
just
Be
I'm
brave.
explain
finishing what
this
I'm
thing that I
saying.
wanted
I'm
to say.
finishing what I'm saying.
Go
All
ahead.
right. This may not last much longer, folks. No, sir, what I'm saying is if a man can't speak, a white person can easily, with no problem, say, I'm going to the military to preserve the white culture. Nobody's going to say anything to him. He can say that and mean it, and it's reality, and he can say it all day long, and nobody faults him for it. If a black man says that, and it's a reality, now you should be upset that this black man doesn't get to speak reality more than you're upset about the reality with which he speaks. I'm saying it's a fact. And I'm saying a black man can't say it. And I'm saying it's a damn sad thing. If I was a black man, I'd turn to black people and say, shut your motherfucking mouth. Quit trying to tell me what the fuck I can say and what I can't. I'm going to fight for the fucking white way of this country because the white way of this country is the most magnificent goddamn living place on the planet. I don't care who, how, or what happened, but my little individual old booty is right here in this damn white country, and I'm fighting for it. And a black man cannot say that without a bunch of people jumping his ass, even though it's an absolute reality that in the final analysis, he's fighting for a white way of life. And he
which
can't
is
speak.
which is true, but you have to understand, be brave. You're talking to someone who served. I did 10 years combat at that. I was infantry, 11 Bravo.
I
But
know that.
I didn't go out there to fight for white supremacy. I went out there because college wasn't for me when I thought it was. I went out there to play ball. I didn't love ball enough to sit in class for 2 hours a day and sit on a laptop for another 4 to 5. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to go back home working at the grocery store in the hood, so I joined the military. It had nothing to do with me wanting to fight for white supremacy, even though theoretically that's what it's doing.
Okay,
In the
stop.
long,
Thank you, sir. Thank you, because that's my point. In the monologue, I stated by far, even whites don't quite understand the reality of being a mercenary. And I said, for sure, blacks can't mention the reality of being a mercenary for the white corporate world. Now, I said that, so I don't expect you to come up here and defend that or say that I'm wrong. I understand. That's what I said. You didn't realize it. A lot of
okay,
whites don't realize it. I didn't
you
say
know,
that you have to realize it immediately. But what I said in the final analysis, you're fighting for the white way of life, and it just simply needs to be something that you advance your intellect enough to acknowledge it, at least to your very self. So, because if you keep yourself deluded on serious matters of life, you will turn into an idiot on all matters of life. That's the
which is
danger. Go ahead.
I think you're partially true even on that point because I think I would guess, I would estimate within the last, well, I would say since Desert Storm. I would say post Desert Storm, anybody who's enlisted into the military, they know exactly what the H is going on. I would strongly bet on that. Even
But they
even
can't
this
say it.
no, no, of
They
course
can't say
not.
it.
I mean, of course
Well,
not.
no, my
We
point
we
is
talk
you
about it at Brave. We
my
talk about
but
it at the smoke points. That's what we do. When we go to the smoke points and we out there smoking our cigs, it's about 8 or 9 of us. That's where we're talking about it. Where we're not around any officers and stuff like that. That's when we're talking about, man, why the H are we over here guarding the Caspian pipelines out of the Caspian Sea? These giant pipes. What are we doing guarding these? You know what I'm saying? No, and of
What-
course the smoke
are
point's
there-
nowhere near those pipes, but you know what I
it's-
mean.
But
Yeah,
but
so-
but but
so-
sir, don't you can I say something real quick? But sir, don't you see that's the problem? The fact that you guys are questioning why you are protecting a pipeline. So think about a pipeline and what a
Well,
pipeline.
it's a way. Well, we have families to feed, CT. That's bottom line, man.
Oh, okay.
So yes, we are mercenaries, I guess. That honestly
No,
makes
sir,
us
sir.
that makes a lot of us feel a lot better. Be brave. So thanks.
Yes.
Yeah, sir,
Yes.
sir,
Hey,
what,
Brave,
what-
do you want to try HB again or not? He's still in the bag. Try
If
one more
it's got-
time.
Be brave said that HB was a low IQ individual.
sir, let me just get this.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
on the
I mean,
on the
it's
macro
okay.
level, and on the macro level, yes, you're going there because you got to pay the bills.
No,
But
I
on,
want to be.
on the micro level,
Second.
this is on an individual level. That's what your motivation is. But on the macro, which is what Be Brave is really talking about, is that you
Uh-huh.
are there to fight to maintain the American way of life, the way that
Okay.
your society is constructed, and your society is constructed based
Say
on
it.
the vision of white people. Because
There
it is
you
white
go,
people
Jabez.
that established
Bullshit.
this country. So
Bullshit.
thus, you are ultimately
That's
supporting
what it says in the
and
Constitution.
sustaining the American white way of life, because it was the Americans, the white Americans, who established
That's what it says in the
America.
Constitution. Home of the free,
Well,
land of
well,
the
to
free.
be-
Constitution was
well,
written
to-
by
just for
white
whites.
people.
when
Whites
you're
only,
talking
right?
about
Well,
geopolitical,
whites
Well,
only
to
in the
answer,
Constitution,
well,
right?
to answer you, Hafez. You know,
inter
you know, I come from
countries,
a
Hold
biblical
on, HB. You'll
standpoint.
get there.
Yeah. I come from a biblical standpoint. So at this point in my life, I see what I did was incorrect. But back then, I didn't know that. So when I was doing it, in my mind, I'm setting myself up for a better future, which has actually played out. I had my own prophecy and my own reasons for serving, because I knew the benefits. I had uncles and stuff that did the same, so I knew the benefits that came with giving them some of your time. So
A quick question, sir, before we get to HB.
So fighting for white supremacy made my life a little better. Yes, is that answer your question?
No. Here's the question:
What?
How many, if that reality was made known, because it's a reality,
Mhm.
how many blacks would then say, "I'm not joining"? What
You sound
percentage?
like a libtard, be
What percentage?
brave.
If they actually knew that this was to make white supremacy stronger,
No, maintain it.
to maintain it,
What percentage?
I mean, if you're gonna put that on the Uncle Sam poster,
No,
hell
you're not
no.
going to put it on the Uncle Sam. I'm
Doesn't
saying
that sound like something liberals
it-
want us to
if
think?
if it's
Right, Rock, right. Go ahead.
That
Brave.
sounds exactly what the liberals want us to think. They want us to think that everything's based off of race and we're
Off
ran
of
by
white
the white
supremacy,
supremacy.
yeah, it's
So
not.
we don't have
It's
any
not.
pride in the United States. We don't have any pride in where we're born, and we can destroy ourselves just as easy. Because if we have this thinking that everything's based on white supremacy and this whole thing's set up because of white people is ridiculous.
Anyway, I had a question for Sir. Sir, it's not going to be
Yeah.
on the Uncle's. It's not going to be on your entry forms. It's just a known fact if it got
It's
out.
just a known thing.
Known
Okay.
damn fact. You are fighting to maintain.
I would say less of us would. Yes, I would say
if
that,
there's
yeah.
100 of you, how many would say fuck that? 10?
Say fuck it. I would say, man, knowing black people nowadays probably would say fuck it. Probably like 30%.
No,
So
you
you still got 70 that should be allowed to go in there and be proud for what they're fighting for. That's my
It
point.
sounds like
Be
you're.
brave. I
It sounds
promise
like
you, it
you're
wouldn't
arguing
even
for a
be
weaker
30%,
military.
it
Be
would
brave.
less. No,
What was that,
because
Javier?
Are you
hold on,
arguing for
Rock.
a weaker military?
No, Rock, hold on. I guarantee.
No, not hold
it
on.
wouldn't be-
CT,
it
get him
wouldn't
the
be-
fuck out of here, man. Stop it with your
Uh,
stupid fucking questions.
But
Damn,
be
buddy.
brave. Be brave. I don't think even if
Yes,
it was
I want a
known-
weaker military. That's what I want. Yay!
Be
Get the
brave.
fuck out of here.
What you're saying
The
is
funny
just
thing
so
is,
broad,
sir,
man. You
I
can't
know.
really
no, no,
agree.
hold on,
So
hold on.
keep up.
What I'm trying to
And
say is, I don't even think it would be 30% that would not join. I
I don't
think it
think
would
Yeah,
be
it's
less
probably higher. It's
because
probably. You
no,
oh,
think
no,
I think
no,
so?
it's
because you
I
know
think
why?
it's
Because
lower.
your
I think it's
motivation.
10%. Yeah.
No, because your motivation on a micro level, on a personal level, is still I have to pay the bills. Whether
Yes.
you believe that you're maintaining a white supremacy or not, that's not gonna make your bills disappear.
Yeah.
You still have to
I'm
pay those
so I'm
bills, and if the
saying
military
10%.
is your
Right.
best option to pay those bills,
So
you're still gonna pay those. You're gonna
give
join
us
the
your
military to pay
give us your
those bills.
percent of it. What
Well,
percent? I'd say
I,
10.
I
let's go.
honestly
Well,
think,
let's
I
go off the
honestly think,
numbers.
Sir, hold it.
I
He's
honestly
Sure's at
think
30. I'm at 10. Where are you at, Javez?
I don't even think it'll make 5%. I think
Damn.
people's bills and society
I
will
think
still,
it could be
because
right,
your
sir.
bills don't disappear.
5% would say
Because
fuck it and
That's
not
all.
join,
no, 5%
or fuck it
at
and
best,
join.
and those 5% would be the hardcore BLM supporting,
It would.
Sean Kings. I'm
Because
telling
My
you,
bad.
because
Well,
your bills don't go away. Your
in the
bills are not going to disappear. Your rent, your
can,
mortgage, your light, gas bills, they're not going to suddenly vanish.
in
You
the
still have to
Javez,
my
pay those
bad.
bills.
in the final analysis, 95% of those 100 black men are going to go, who gives a fuck if it's the white way? I'm doing pretty good here these days. That's all that
Exactly. I
matters.
still have to live this life. I'm not going to
Yes.
move to Africa. I'm not going to move to
Yeah.
Djibouti. I'm not going to move to Somalia. I'm going to be in the United States, and I still
Damn
have to pay
right.
those bills in the
God
United
damn,
States.
damn right. They said the old white hillbilly, and I'd do it again. Go ahead,
Listen,
HB.
Hey, I
be
wanted to
brave.
use.
Oh,
Oh, go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Be brave. I know you don't have much time left, not just on this stream, but in life.
I got you.
So, I just want you to know that I'm gonna be happy when you're gone.
I understand that. I don't blame you.
I'm
Me
gonna
and
be
you are
very happy.
we are
I'm
two
not one of
opposites.
these. No,
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 no, no,
listen,
no.
listen,
You
listen.
made your point.
I'm not one of.
I don't need your explanation. You
Yeah,
said
yeah,
your
no. I'm
piece.
gonna be
Yeah.
very happy when you're gone. Be brave.
And I
I'm
would
gonna
be very
celebrate.
happy. And I would be happy if a
You're a
person like you.
coward.
I
You're
would
a
be
punk.
happy. Oh, well,
You're a
now
coward and a
I'm
punk.
old. I'm
And
an
I
old.
think you're.
I'm
Yeah,
old.
yeah, 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 yeah,
I'm
yeah.
old.
And
How
and
what are you?
and
What are
to
you? A six?
sir and
What
to
are you? Hold it,
sir, listen,
Mr. Punk.
sir.
Hey, CT, shut him up.
You
Shut him up. When I was a young man, you might have kicked my ass, but you wouldn't have wanted to do it twice. So you can't call me a punk. You know what I mean? And I don't think you would have kicked my ass because I don't think you're smart enough to. I think you got an IQ problem, fella. You don't pronounce, you don't enunciate everything about you. You speak stupid and you think you're witty. You got problems. So when I'm dead, you're happy. If you found an oak tree, I'd be happy. Now, CT, you heard what he did. He said his piece. I don't need that motherfucker up on me every time I'm in here on the stream trying to say, ooh, go die. Okay, duly noted. HB wants me dead real soon. Got it. I want him dead in an oak tree real soon. See, we're even. Well, you think I'm saying it just to get back at you? No, I
God.
think you're a worthless piece of human shit, HB. I want pieces of human shit to find oak trees at 80 miles an hour. We're even. It's okay. Now go away. Go ahead, whoever. Sir.
I was gonna say that. I guess everything that we see is white supremacy, these paved roads and all that shit. So I guess you're making a point. I mean, it's a mute one because that's most. I would say all black people go into the military with ulterior reasons opposed to what you're saying. No one is thinking that they're going to strengthen white supremacy, but your version of white supremacy is being able to go to the grocery store without being robbed by the cops and having paved roads and all this other bullshit, right? That's your definition of it.
It's amazing to me how blacks that live here gotta actually ask what the fuck white supremacy is when they're living up to their necks in the magnificence of white supremacy. I'm amazed. This is why I'm saying there's certain blacks that I'm telling you they self-inflict with amazing intellectual inferiority.
Why is that important to us,
But the
Brave?
thing is, sir, could you honestly, with if you want to keep it real, would you say, with all honesty, that the United States of America is architected and built by white people? It is quintessentially white in its core.
I've been to 7 different countries. Yes, this is this in South Korea. South Korea is fucking with y'all heavy. I ain't gonna lie. They right behind y'all. But
Sure.
their rural areas aren't as good as American rural. So
That's what
man,
I'm
South
saying.
Korea is
I
modeling
effing
itself
gas. I
after
effing
United
gas.
States, but South Korea, Japan, these are modeling themselves based on an
Behind,
American
yeah,
model. They're
okay.
not modeling
Yeah.
themselves based on a North Korean model or a Chinese model. In fact, the Chinese are modeling themselves after the United States and Europe.
I mean, I just don't understand why we should give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like, if
let
I'm
me hold it right now. We need to chaotic react. CT allows freedom of speech on his channel. CT, if freedom of speech is calling me names, I'll stay off your channel. It's no big deal, man. If that's if insulting me to any degree like that over and over, I'll say goodbye and thank you very much. I'll always
that's
come on your hold it. I'll always come on your channel, CT, because I'll always, but I won't do a stream anymore. I mean, if I gotta allow fucking idiots to come up wishing death on me, I don't. Hey, cool. I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to hear it.
Or weak
I
mofos
think
like
CT
Rock,
saying he
who
was
will
talking to Rock.
let's be honest, be brave.
No,
Rock is
no,
Be
no.
brave. Hold Angel
Hold
to the
on, hold
same
on. I
standard,
am.
please.
I was getting there. Angel, didn't I tell you earlier? This ain't about Rock.
sorry.
All right. I
Yeah,
accept your
shut your
apology.
ass up, Angel.
I accept your
I'm
apology.
happy.
But all I'm saying, be brave, is I don't see
Go
why
ahead.
we should give a damn. As long as if fighting in our armed forces is going to give my children free schooling in the future, they can even get paid while in high school. Still, I just seen a new benefit
I
that
got
came
you.
out
I
about that.
understand. Yeah, I understand.
Hella benefits. You know, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not thinking about the white supremacy. That's
I understand.
also.
I understand. I understand. I
So yeah,
understand.
my question to you is, why should we give a damn?
Because I said you're not allowed to say it, and it's the truth. You can't ever be shut down from speaking the truth
Oh, by
and
other
have it,
blacks.
yes,
By
and
other
have
black.
it be a positive. Yes.
I bet whites would shut me down for saying that. They ain't trying to hear that shit.
Yeah, a white
Come on.
dumbass liberal would. A white conservative would say, "Damn, get it."
Ryan would tell me to shut the hell up.
He's a goofy white. He's a
Pride.
self-hating. He's a self-hating white. Yes.
I bet even Savage would be like, "Hey man, shut that shit up." And
Savage, who
bro,
knows?
there's
Nah,
so
I don't
Oh,
many
think so,
whites that
Savage.
there's
I don't
whites
know.
that disagree with y'all on this, man.
it don't
I
matter.
bet it.
It don't matter. It's because they don't have the nerve to speak of the reality of white magnificence.
It's American
Listen.
supremacy,
Yeah,
sir.
whatever you want to
American.
call. You can call it whatever you want. We know who's at the helm. What do we got here? Chaotic react. Be brave. Should I write a book about the glory of white supremacy? By a black man? CT, that wouldn't. You might be onto something. I mean, if a black man wrote it well and said "fuck you," pardon my language, and put in the title as a subtitle, "fuck you niggas,"
Well,
that book
Brave,
could
even
probably go someplace.
that's
So, sir,
man,
let
you
me
be
ask you
so out
this.
of pocket with
Be
that.
brave can
Man,
say that
hold on,
like
Angel,
nigga.
hold on, Angel. We're
Go
having a
ahead.
constructive conversation.
Yes. Hold
Um,
on. Abe.
now, Brave.
I was
Man, he done.
speaking. I was speaking in the value of the title, sir. It would
Oh,
be a valuable title.
I'm not gonna lie. Angel kind of knocked me off my train of thought, man.
I'll be
God
damned.
damn, I had a
I'll,
great question for you,
you was
man.
rolling, son of a
Fuck,
bitch.
bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
Is it
God
is it
damn
to
it.
do with the
idiot.
supremacy? I think the word white supremacy or the
No,
sentence,
I
that
put
is
that
what
there on
people are
purpose.
put
I
off.
put it there on purpose, though, Havana.
Oh, I remember now,
Yeah.
Brave. I remember now.
Go ahead.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
so yeah, let's say, okay, white supremacy is so fucking great, right? Excuse my
Yeah.
language. I'm sorry, CT. But I mean, can we? What is there really to brag about when it comes to white supremacy? When we look at all the problems we have here in America, we talk about these problems every day, every
Yes.
single day. We have boys trying to dress as women, and you got white men advocating for that, fighting for that. You got the white women fighting for that, because you
Very
just
good.
said you guys are at the helm, right? You're at the
Mhm.
helm. You're running
White.
everything. You got
I
your
said
hands in
it's
everything.
no. I said the very top of the global power structure is white.
Global. What about here in America? Who's at the top of that?
Yes, it's white. It's white. It's
It's
white.
not.
So,
It's not the hues. It's not the hues.
well, no, well, I call them white. A lot of people don't, but I
Okay,
do.
cool. I do too. Cool.
Okay,
So
yeah, they are.
so now
And
back
sir,
to my
and
point.
sir, and sir, don't let anybody bullshit you. Them motherfuckers
Yeah,
are
I
straight
know.
out of straight out of Europe.
Straight out of
Ukraine, straight out of
Ashkenaz and all that.
Poland,
Yeah.
Ukraine,
Straight out of Compton.
Belarus,
Yeah,
Hungary,
I know. I know.
Russia. Get the fuck
You guys
out of
have
here.
you. I would honestly, Brave, say that y'all's race is the only race that you're all the same people. You don't have differentiation. You have different languages and ways you speak, different
But in
skin
the end,
tones, and
in
but
the
in the end,
end,
you all come from the
you
same balls,
goddamn right.
the
You
same
goddamn
dick.
right.
Excuse
You're
my language. But
damn
anyway,
right. No,
anyway. But like I was saying, you guys are
we're talking baby making.
right,
Okay, go ahead.
right. Yeah. Pause. Well, anyway, y'all
But
are at the
okay,
helm
so
here in
anyway,
America. You're at the
now hold
helm,
on.
right?
I'll answer what you were saying. You
All right,
went
go
over
ahead.
a list of failures. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In my monologue, I said, I don't know how much longer it's going to last. Your list of failures.
Well,
Whoa, you just
CT
dropped off
threw
me brave.
No, hold on. Bring him up
Brave.
here.
No,
Take
anyway,
Angel down. Take Hafez down. Me, sir, and be brave.
I
Me,
got to
sir,
answer.
and
I
be
got to
brave.
finish answering. I got to finish answering, sir.
Thank
No,
you,
you
Rob.
fucking
Thank
don't.
you.
Shut.
Yeah, I do. So, sir, I in the monologue, I said, I don't know for how much
Brave.
longer.
Brave. Rock sent over.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to answer sirs
No,
before you
fuck
throw
that.
me
Shut
off.
the fuck up. Shut the fuck. Take.
Now, Rock. Hold on. Rock, you did pay the $500 to get. Okay, so
Take his bitch ass down if he's gonna fucking interrupt me.
Okay,
No,
Cracker.
Oh no, I'll give you. I'll just end this stream and Rock can take a stream. CT. Or no, okay, wait a minute. Okay, no, I don't want to mess with that money. So I'm gonna tolerate this CT because $500. Okay, go. I'm sorry, CT. I wasn't thinking straight. I kind of the
Jesus
$500
Christ.
figure didn't sink in. Go
500
ahead.
Rock? Shit.
Take this broke fucking cracker down. Take him down. In this,
Whoa.
yeah, you done. Be brave. No more stream for you for fucking 2 weeks. You fucking bitch.
Okay.
You got
Tired
it,
of
Rock.
this
Go
shit.
ahead. Go ahead.
Take
Let
him
him
down.
have
Take
it.
him down. I'm gonna treat him like he treats everybody else. Take him down. I don't want to hear his opinions.
Let him have it,
I
Rock.
want to
Let
have
him
a
have
real
it.
conversation with somebody. Sir, what do you think about this so far that you've heard?
It's bullshit.
Isn't this amazing?
It's all bullshit. Yeah, it's
Hold it.
his
Look,
No,
hold
take
it.
his ass down.
Hold it. I got things to do. Am I done, CT, or not?
Yes. Thank you so much, Brave.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Bye.
Yep. Bye-bye. Where did Rock go?